As you get into the particulars of what this pardon means, I'm curious, could Hunter Biden invoke his Fifth Amendment rights in any state or federal proceedings going forward?
So, with respect to federal proceedings, the pardon power of the president only applies to federal prosecutions, not any state charges. And also, as we know, he wasn't facing any state charges. The tax charges were federal, the gun charge was a federal form. So, to the extent that he were to ever be asked to testify on any federal matter, and again, if we include the last 10 years of any potential misconduct, arguably he no longer has a Fifth Amendment right because you can only assert the Fifth Amendment if you are facing criminal charges, the potential criminal charges. That is a reality. But for Hunter Biden, arguably that no longer exists. So he can't say, "Well, I'm afraid of being prosecuted," because he's already been pardoned. It doesn't apply to state level charges. So maybe that would be a workaround, but it may have really undercut any ability for him to assert the Fifth Amendment in the future.
So, hypothetically speaking, Hunter Biden could in the future be prosecuted under state proceedings and then not be able to invoke his Fifth Amendment right in those proceedings?
Well, if he were prosecuted under state proceedings, um, of course he would have the Fifth Amendment right. It would be a whole new charge. It's difficult to imagine what that might be in what state, on what level. But if he were to be, for example, something within the statute of limitation, a particular state agency, a state prosecutor's office were to bring charges against him, none of what we've heard or what's happened would cover that. He would have a Fifth Amendment right. He would not be exempt from that prosecution. For example, if he had committed a DUI last week, let's say, this would not cover that whatsoever.